You know, now it's time, my gorgeous Leo. Now it's seriously, seriously, seriously time. You really need to fix something, you know, and what you need to fix in your life, it's relationship. It's the certain relationship you really need to work on. This is so important because if you don't work on this, things are unnecessarily gonna get completely out of hand. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Leone, and it's for February 2023. What do you need to fix is the relationship with a certain person in your life, whether this is your partner, whether this is your family member, whether this is your amazing friend who you might have like kind of fallen out with. You need to kind of come up with some kind of solution how you can fix this relationship, because you are getting to the point where this is affecting you and it's affecting your balance. And if something affects your balance and affects your vibration, this is going to ultimately affect your healing process. We all benefit from healing so much. We all need this powerful vibration in our lives, you know, and sometimes we can go through certain things that are affecting our thinking process to the point where we don't even kind of notice this. We don't even realize how many things are going to be affected and how many things are going to be slowed down in your life. My gorgeous Leone, you know, you have fallen out with somebody and it has been a while now. I think that this happened within the last 2 or 3 years. You know, things took a very strange and unusual turn when it comes to this specific person in your life. And I want to say to you that you must not take things personally when it comes to that specific person in your life. This is why I explode here, because you must not take this personally. That person is going through something very, very difficult, and this is someone extremely prominent in your life. And maybe you did not even have an argument, maybe you didn't even fall out, but maybe you just kind of drifted apart, but you just don't understand why. You don't kind of realize why, and you keep on saying to yourself, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. People sometimes go their kind of separate ways, yes, which is true. But then again, when it comes to those specific people in our lives, we always have to, sometimes we just have to work a little bit in order to keep them in our lives. And these are the specific people who are like either our family members, or they're mind-blowing friends, or they're playing such a huge role on our spiritual journey. And the reason why I get so excited, not excited, but the reason excited is the wrong word, but we are supposed excited, you know, in a certain way. But the reason why I get so adamant about this when it comes to you, my gorgeous Leone, is because you are gonna do something mind-blowing. Oh my god, do you know what? I don't want to sound like dramatic. Like, I don't want to sound dramatic, and no, I'm not going to say it, but no, I will say it. It's just the way I'm going to say this. Like, it's just like a basically almost as if it's like a in between life and death. Yeah, but don't get me wrong, not really, but it's just like that much of a difference you are going to make as soon as you work out, and as long as you work out what exactly are you going to do and how you're going to do this. Because I'm talking about someone extremely sensitive at the time. Someone is extremely, I'm talking about someone really sensitive that you're actually dealing with. That person is extremely sensitive. They're not seeing things clearly, they're not understanding things clearly, and the more time goes by, the worse it's going to be, because that particular person needs your help. That particular person is losing themselves in something very terrible, and it's also a lot to do with some kind of addictions that person is going through. And addictions nowadays, you know, come in so many different ways. So this is also something that it's like, I don't want to sound horrible, but it's almost like kind of like eating that person. Not eating, but you know what I mean. So it's like you're the one who can make an absolutely mind-blowing step here. And what you're going to need to do is, especially when it comes to the actual 23rd, 24th and 25th of February, you will see that a certain specific situation is going to arise, and almost like you're going to be so wound up when it comes to that person, and you must not respond in like an aggressive or in a horrible way, because that person is going to do something, and what you need to do is you need to do absolutely everything to not to upset that person, because I'm telling you, they're not seeing things clearly, and they are going through something very, very personal, very, very difficult, very, very terrible, and they keep certain things to themselves. So you only know half of the things, but then again, you can sense something, you were sensing something all this time. So please, when that specific situation comes within these few days, you just need to kind of respond in a completely opposite way to what you would normally respond to. So here we go, like throwing in the water. You respond what your intuition is telling you. No, baby, no. This time your intuition will be like, whoa, to like scream. You know what I mean? Not intuition, but what your like kind of natural response would be, like a natural reaction, like a reflex reaction. You know what I mean? So you just need to step back for a second and just respond in the most calm and most positive and the most kind of gentle and kind way. And then that is gonna create something. That is gonna start changing something, because that person is gonna expect you to respond in a completely different way. And this is where you're gonna start breaking through something for the first time after an absolute ages. You're like literally saving someone's life by actually doing this. That's how I can explain. I don't want to be dramatic, I don't want to be dark Lala, but you're literally, my gorgeous Leonie, this month, no pressure, but you no pressure. But this month you have got such a specific spiritual role where you're very powerful, you're very courageous, people look up to you, people know your power, people understand your power through your own confidence. Your vibration is different, and this is why you're able to manipulate this particular vibration in such a good way. You are having such a spiritual duty, my gorgeous Leonie, this month, that you need to find out who this is, and for the love of God, you need to do absolutely everything in order to come to the bottom of this. So to start with, you're just gonna have to like kind of nicely and gently work around it and respond in this kind of positive way, and this is going to start changing things. As I said, it's going to start bringing a really powerful breakthrough when it comes to that particular person. This is going to get back to you in million ways. You're actually going to have a reward in March, in as little and as March. At around the mid-March, you are already going to have a spiritual reward when it comes to this. And the spiritual reward, look at this, you're gonna already have a spiritual reward at around the mid-March, and this is already giving you a nice indication how long is this actually going to take until the certain things get completely ironed out. And the spiritual reward that you're going to have at around the mid-March is like at the same time going to make you realize, how much of energy this was kind of taking away from you when it comes to you enjoying yourself, when it comes to you being open-minded, when it comes to you kind of taking new things on, when it comes to you being completely happy. You will realize how much was this affecting you, because on the at around the 15th of March 2023, yes, I said 15th of March, you're gonna realize that you are having completely different outlook on life, in the best possible way. What was scaring you at that moment in time, it's going to become like a really great challenge. But then on another hand, it's also going to show you exactly what adjustment do you need to make. Priorities are going to change slightly in the delicious way, and you are going to realize what do you need to commit yourself to. This is a rather important, because it's direct result of this specific karma that I've been talking about. I really hope you understand this is important. I know I'm on about that person, I know I'm keep on about this, but it's important. You need to get this right. Maybe I shouldn't use the words you need to get this right, but it's just basically sometimes people in our lives, they are important people in our lives, that we can just move on. But then again, if sometimes certain people need our help, they're not being themselves, they're not thinking clearly, but especially if there's like some kind of drugs or something involved, you know what I mean, in some kind of dependency on something, it only makes things more kind of difficult indeed. And also, my gorgeous Leonie, what else I was going to say, when it comes to numerology, When it comes to numerology, your number is, when it comes to numerology, my gorgeous Leone, your number is 609. 609 is your number. And now what I was going to say to you, when it comes to 609, this is a very powerful number because you are actually going to have such an amazing revelation within the first 7 days of February. Within the first 7 days of February, you are going to have absolutely mind-blowing revelation. And the revelation that you are going to have, it's really kind of going to inspire you at the same time. It's gonna bring so much fire in your soul. It's gonna illuminate the exact path that you should be following. It's about an amazing inspiration that you are immediately going to feel devoted to, and that in itself, it's really going to start the process of regeneration, especially when it comes to your own spirituality. But also, my God, it's gonna bring you towards one of the most powerful moments of your own enlightenment. Okay, so that already it's gonna be absolutely obvious by the time you get to the last 3 days of February, because the last 3 days of February are gonna be providing you with an opportunity of your lifetime that you wouldn't normally even notice, you wouldn't normally even realize, let alone understanding that you are actually absolutely ready, like, to take this on, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. And also, what else I was going to say, you are really going to, also become aware of something very kind of dangerous and something on the outside, something that's nothing to do with your life, but it's a lot to do with like a fears that you had about certain things around you, about certain things that you were picking on, within the last few years, on the outside. There was a lot that didn't make sense to you, that you were aware of it from like a few years back. You will know what am I talking about once you reach this stage. This is going to be significant. So you are, my gorgeous Leone, you're going to hear some kind of news or something, and this is going to kind of mean to you something completely different to what you're actually going to hear. What you're going to hear when you hear this news, and they're going to be really big, something really scary you're going to hear on the outside, nothing to do with your life, but then again, it's just going to confirm your biggest fears, but nothing to do with your life, but it's like more like about you thinking, oh my God, like how certain things don't make sense more and more and more to you. And at the same time, it is going to kind of indicate some kind of a danger. And the danger that you're going to become aware of, this is going to come to you in your own personal way, through your own reflection, through every single thing that you've been through over the last 2 or 3 years. So this is only going to confirm to you certain things, but at the same time, at around the time when you become aware of like the certain danger on the outside, that in itself, it's really kind of something is going to happen here. You're not going to kind of be taken away by things that you were already aware of. Nothing can surprise you at this moment in time anymore. But what is actually going to surprise you, why now suddenly you are thinking about a long time, what happened a long time in your past, why you suddenly feeling so nostalgic, because you're going to be thinking about certain aspects of your life when you were a child from a long time ago, when you were absolutely carefree, and there is something that you're going to realize through your own past, some kind of reflection that is gonna immediately gonna make you feel so courageous and so strong and so like kind of confident about what are you going to actually do. So this is going to bring you a very important reflection, which is at the same time going to give you a clear idea on what you're actually going to do next. This is really going to surprise you, because it's yet again going to require from you to make the necessary adjustment enlightenment is just a little bit of the actual maybe sacrifice that you are going to need to make. But this sacrifice is going to feel like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I'm going to be able to sacrifice this part of my life because it does not serve me anymore. It's a lot to do with things that have come to an end, but you're also being completely honest with yourself as well. Like, you know, and then that in itself, it's also going to like really bring an amazing accomplishment into your life. So you need to pay attention to what idea you are going to have, that it's going to come to you at the time when you're thinking about your childhood, or about, you know, at the time when you're thinking about things that have long gone, and at the time when you're thinking about how carefree used to be. There is also a very interesting element in your life, not only idea that you're going to have, but there is also a very interesting element in your life that it's actually missing. Oh my God. And this is to do with you enjoying yourself. This is to do with you exploring. This is to do with you living your life. This is to do with you like doing something very unique. You know, you used to do something that you used to enjoy so much, and you're going to be reminded of this. First of all, you're going to be reminded of this, like, oh my God, I want to do this again. I want to maybe paint again, maybe draw again, you know. And then you will see that within the next few days, you are literally going to wake up in the morning, and within the next few days after that, you're going to wake up in the morning, and then you're going to realize something else along those terms. You know, there's some other additional kind of realizations that you are going to have. This is all coming from the moment of an absolutely mind-blowing enlightenment in your life. So you're picking up some kind of pieces that you've left behind, and now it's time to bring them back into this present moment in time, my gorgeous Leone. And also, do you know what? This month it's really beautifully actually bringing you some kind of a competition. You are going to be a part of some kind of competition again. Make the most of it. When I say that you are going to be part of some kind of competition, listen to me very carefully. Not necessarily that you're going to be outside and there are going to be 10 people and you're going to be competing about something. Yes, you could. But also the competition comes in such a way that choose and pick the part of your life that you want to progress. All right, pick and choose the part of your life that you want to make it with, that you want to progress with, that means to you so much, and work on it and see where can you take it. Take it on the next level. The part of your life that means to you the most, you need to take on the next level. Pick one. It's only one. Something that means to you so much, you know, and something that you want to work on. Now it's time to take it on the next level and put as much energy towards it as you possibly can. So let's say you're a painter and you're painting a picture, okay, and so now, you know, you want to become famous painter. Let's say you want to kind of success, you want to have a success through your painting. So when it comes to that competition that I'm talking about, it's not necessarily like you're outside within the few group of people like having a competition. It could be, but also it could come in the form of this, where let's say you're a painter and from the beginning of February you're like, okay, I want to take this on the next level. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be in your home, in your little room, in your little kitchen, in your little living room, in your loft, you know, in your, like, I don't know, you could be anywhere and start painting. For example, from the beginning of this month, yeah. So you can use this like for in any aspect. You see, I'm just using this as an example. So start painting from the beginning of this month, and you will see that something absolutely mind-blowing is going to happen, because it's about the energy and it's about the vibration. It's about you starting certain things at the right time when you can get so much more out of it to what normally you would get. And plus, on top of that, you put as much as your energy you put towards like painting, and you paint as much as you can, put everything, put all in, put everything in. So you can use this as any aspect, anything that you do, and you will see that by the end of February something really incredible it's actually going to happen. You are going to be noticed by somebody very special, by somebody very significant. It's going to seem like, you know, this is, oh my God, it's not happening. It's going to seem like, oh my God, somebody just contacted me from a completely different world. You know what I mean? It's going to seem like you're not going to be able to believe what is is actually going to happen, but that is going to lead towards an incredible opportunity. But to start with, you are going to be noticed for that particular thing that you take on and you kind of put so much energy towards. Let's say that you're looking for work. Let's say, I haven't got a work, I need to find a work. So now, baby, you go and apply for as many jobs as you can from the beginning of February, and you will see that by the end of that month, your blessings are going to come in literally. So your blessings are going to come in the form of you, like, you see, you understand what I mean? Like, you're part of the competition, but it's all about you kind of putting energy towards something that means to you so much, and that in itself, it's going to bring one of the greatest blessings into your life by the end of this month. And even on top of that, you are going to realize something very special, very unique and very powerful about yourself, because this is bringing you some kind of revelation about yourself this time that is going to make so much clear about what you're doing, what you have been doing, and most importantly, what the next step is going to be. This is going to make you feel happy, content, joyful, excited, optimistic, and it's also bringing an amazing success into your life. And this, oh my God, this is going to be followed by you like really knowing that, you know, it's like basically after that moment in time, you are going to make an absolutely mind-blowing and very, very brave step that you otherwise you wouldn't make. Very bold move indeed. And this is only kind of like a very much so a time of a natural progression for you. So it's all about you going on the next level, on the next step, on the next spiritual journey. It's like a promotion of your life. This is brilliant. And please, for the love of God, at the same time, I know this is going to sound crazy, and it's not going to be that person who I started this reading with. This is somebody else from your past, from a long time ago. Somebody else from your past, from a long time ago. It's going to be on your mind at around a similar time. And now suddenly you're going to be thinking, oh my God, I don't like that person. Oh my God, that person is horrible. Oh my God, that person is nasty. So whoever you feel angry about, please, for the love of God, just try to release that negative energy, because you don't want that to hold you back. So it's just all about you being honest with yourself and releasing yourself. It's nothing to do with that particular person. I know it's easy for me to say because I don't know what that person did to you, but it's about you having a different outlook on that and releasing yourself, understanding, being very open-minded, being bigger than that. So something is also going to come up as like in a form of you needing to forgive and forget to someone, but it's not about that person. It's about you getting closer, faster, quicker to the destination in your life that is literally going to change every single aspect of your spiritual journey indeed. You know, this is absolutely mind-blowing. And also, my gorgeous Leonis, by the end of this month, you know, the things that you're working on now, things that mean to you a lot now, there is a very good news that you are going to have as well. It's to do with an accomplishment. Nothing to do with everything that I said so far, but within the last few days of this month, you are going to have a mind-blowing accomplishment with things that you have already been working on, with things that you're working on already. So this in itself, it's going to be such a good news, because it's to do with like you putting so much energy towards something, but at the same time, it's to do with a success. It's to do with like accomplishment. It's to do with an incredible recognition. It's to do with a really great time, but it's also most importantly to do with you understanding that you have to be so quick when you become aware of this accomplishment within the last few days of February. My gorgeous Leonie, you need to be really, really quick, because you need to get in twist with this, because something is going to be telling you one thing, but you're going to feel differently. You're going to need to go with your initial feeling, how you feel. You know, this is important. So almost as if when you become aware of this accomplishment at the end of the month, you are going to feel like, oh, I'm going to have plenty of time to do this, to do that. No, baby, no. There is something that you need to go for really, really quickly. And at the same time, you're also going to be able to deal with such an ongoing burden, because by you dealing with this really quickly, by you taking this on really quickly, you will know what I mean. As soon as you become aware of this accomplishment, accomplishment, you are going to need to be sharp, quick and clever. But the key word here is quick. By being quick, you're also going to be able to attack immediately like some kind of a burden that was in your life for 10 months, affecting every single aspect. So you see what I mean? You just need to go with this flow. And yet again, you know, the indications are going to be like, oh, you're going to have plenty of time, but your subconscious mind is going to be like, no baby, no, do it now. So you just need to go with your subconscious mind. Again, it's not going to lead you astray whatsoever. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm just going to see what would you need to kind of take when it comes to nutrition. I highly recommend you to take a natural vitamin D3 supplement, because this is going to be superb for your health and sensitive bones, but it's also going to really be fantastic when it comes to boosting your immune system. You need to take natural vitamin D3 alongside a zinc picolinate, which is a highly absorbable version of zinc, and it works wonderfully with the actual vitamin D3. So vitamin D3 and zinc are going to be superb in order to boost your immune system, but it's also going to be brilliant for skin, hair and nails as well. And the third thing I highly recommend you would be organic chlorella, because organic chlorella has got the power to detoxify our body from the dangerous metals, and at the same time it has got a lot of omega-3 essential fatty acids, which are superb when it comes to our mind, memory, our brain, our thinking, you know. It's also fantastic to boost our immune system. And the reason why this is brilliant for metals, to detoxify our body from dangerous metals, because you should know by now that the dangerous metals are absolutely everywhere. They end up in the plants, in us, and organic chlorella has been proven over and over again when it comes to detoxifying our bodies. Its power, it's absolutely superb. And I will show you. So this is zinc picolinate. These are my supplements, which are without any rubbish, without any unnecessary ingredients, and they are for superb quality, and they are suitable for vegetarians and vegans and everyone. So this is, what did I show you? Zinc picolinate is here. That's a natural vitamin D3. And this one is Big Mama, organic chlorella. These three supplements you really should be taking. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And if you would like to buy my vitamins, which I highly suggest, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. I have to say this, but if you can't find the link in the description below, my gorgeous Leonie, then you just go on Google and type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you will see my page coming up that way as well. Okay, I understand. So now, my gorgeous Leonies, now I'm going to see what is going to be the very first day, which is going to be really important. Now, the very first day, which is going to be important, it's actually going to be on the very 1st of February. On the very 1st of February, as soon as you wake up in the morning, there is something going to be on your mind. There is something going to be on your mind. Something that you left behind. Something is going to be pointed out. Something is going to be highlighted. Something that you need to work on. And this in itself couldn't have been better indication that this part of your life, it's a pretty much so a lot to do with like some kind of unfinished business. You trust me, you can say to me, oh no, I don't have an unfinished business. No baby, no. Very often in our spiritual journey we are reminded about the unfinished business, that there was a reason for it, that we kind of left it at the time in the past. There was a reason for it. It depends what we were doing, what we were dealing with. Maybe we needed a time to grow, a room to grow, but at the same time there were different aspects of our spiritual journey that we needed to give our precious energy to. There's so many reasons why this can happen. So you don't need to tell me I don't have an unfinished business, because you do. And that in itself is going to be, you're going to be reminded on the 1st of February, and it's like just going to be highlighted. Now suddenly you're going to wake up like that, and something specific is going to be on your mind, as in some kind of unfinished business. This is going to surprise you, but at the same time, look at this. This unfinished business is going to surprise you, and at the same time, my gorgeous Leonie, this unfinished business, oh my God, lighten your load. You see this unfinished business is about you also going to be able to lighten your load with it, because at the same time it's going to bring you a remarkable readjustment. And that unfinished business, look at this dream, that unfinished business is something that is so powerful and so significant and so big and so amazing that it's actually going to put you so much closer towards your dream, towards your dream, towards your dream. This is to do with your dream, and it's to do with an integral part of you understanding and seeing and becoming aware of it, that this is something that you need to do. On one hand, it's going to help you to get rid of so much of a negative energy, but then on another hand, this is all paving a very much so a powerful path and powerful way towards some kind of a dream of yours, because so much is going to start unfolding in such a quick way after this moment in time. Okay, so this is what's going to happen on the 1st of the actual February. By the time you get to the 2nd of February, my gorgeous Leone, now you know you're going to realize something about yourself. Something is going to be answered. The question that you will keep on asking yourself throughout the 1st of February, this is going to be answered to you in such a way where someone in your life, someone very, very close to you, is going to point out something to you, about you, and then you're going to realize something very precious about yourself through someone who is so significant in your life, and this is going to mean to you so much. Some kind of passion of yours is going to be highlighted, which is going to at the same time bring the relevant balance. You will be able that, oh my God, you can do something that you didn't think that you're able to do. Oh, we can do anything, baby. You know, especially you're so powerful. As soon as you set your mind to something, off you go, baby. See you later, alligator. Don't forget about me when you get rich. Yeah, so basically on the 2nd of February, you're going to realize that you've got something that you didn't think you actually have, and that is going to highlight things that are so unique about yourself, and you will know that this is something that is going to kind of make the ground really fertile when it comes to you planting the certain seeds at the same time. And you also, like, you were worrying almost like if you were so down over the last 9 months. You were kind of down, you were a little bit negative, because you did allow the certain aspect of your life to affect you because it hasn't been happening. So now this is going to make you feel like things are moving on. Yeah, baby, I really like it. And at the same time, it's just like, it's going to remind you of, like, if you don't kind of pay attention to this, then you're just going to plod along, and then you're just going to get on with things that are just kind of, making you feel okay and getting on with things that you need to do. But this is so much more, to do with life and with your spirituality, and you making the most of it. This spiritual journey, it's only tiny, it's only little, it goes fast like this. We are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You know what I mean? If we are lucky enough, 110, you never know, 120. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that this life goes so fast until we die, and until we just go somewhere else and we are reborn again in a completely different body, being someone completely different. And then we just have deja vus and things like, oh my God, I used to do this, I used to do that. You know what I mean? So it's just part of a very big and complex picture indeed. The 2nd of February is also bringing you, like, oh my God, a very special person in your life. Someone is about to walk into your life on the 2nd of February, and that particular person who's walking into your life, it's going to inspire you so much. And again, it couldn't have happened a better time for that person to walk in. There is something that person is doing. There is something that person is focusing on. There is something that person is enjoying in their life that is going to inspire you so much that you will want to enjoy, you will want to try, you will want to do. Through that person, you're going to realize that there is so much more to life, my gorgeous Leone, but in the best possible way. You're going to realize certain aspects of yourself you never realized before. You're going to understand certain aspects you never understood before, purely through you and by you feeling passionate about something that someone else has done. Nothing wrong with this. That's why people are playing such an important role in our spiritual journey, because we very often understand ourselves. You know, we see things about ourselves through wonderful people who inspires us. There's nothing wrong with this. We feel something that we feel such a strong connection to, and we want to become that. We want to become that. We want to live that feeling. You know, we want to become that vibe. We want to become that energy. There's nothing wrong with this as long as you're doing the right thing, and as long as it's making you feel so good about yourself. You see, it's one of those people who are like big mamas. This is a big mama. The big mama. This is a big mama who is gonna make a huge impact on your life, and also to that particular person, you know, almost as if you are going to have a bit of a divine, you know, this person is bringing you like literally a divine intervention. This person is bringing a blessing in itself, because it's gonna inspire you to the point where now not only you are going to kind of know what you want to do, you're going to feel on a completely different level, but at the same time that person is going to inspire you to the point where you're on one hand going to start coming out of your comfort zone. Why? Because you're also going to be inspired by that person to the point where you're going to be able to recognize the successful things that you've done, you know, lately, that you've done, and you have to, for the love of God, give credit to yourself. You know, sometimes you must not overlook great things that you have done. So this is all going to be so beneficial when it comes to you getting those things back that were taken away from you within the last few years, but only because things haven't been happening fast enough. After this moment, a lot, I mean a lot, is about to change. Also, I was going to recommend you my gorgeous Leonie. Look at this baby here, absolutely gorgeous, Too Light. This is also part of my brand new line, Too Light. It's beautiful. You know what, just me holding this powerful crystal, I feel passionate, I feel energetic, it re-energizes you, it makes you feel passionate, but it also opens your mind, and also now suddenly you become very deep, you become very spiritual, you become very kind of powerful within yourself, especially when it comes to like you, like let's say thinking about something that you love, thinking about something that you're passionate, and especially if you're stuck with something that you're passionate about. Oh my God, this baby helps you to have a breakthrough. This baby helps you to go over things that you never thought that you can go over. It's like when it comes to us being stuck, you know, like with certain aspects of our lives that we feel passionate about. This is normal. It does happen every now and then. But then again, we just need a little bit of help every now and then with something which is going to elevate us. And also how it helps, but you put it on, it makes you feel energetic, it makes you feel passionate, but it also open our mind towards things that we are passionate about, especially when it comes to those aspects that we should really kind of go on the next level. And this is where the problem can be, because we run out of the certain ideas, and then this really kind of pulls ideas back in, ideas that are necessary for us to move on with our lives, you know. And at the same time, it's fantastic because it gives us more kind of loving outlook on life at the time when things are like a little bit clicky, you know, around us or out there or in our lives. Sorry. This gorgeous pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Okay, so now my gorgeous Leonie, the second important date is going to be on the 14th of February. On the 14th of February, something very interesting is going to happen, because you know you are really going to have a very, very interesting idea here. And the interesting idea that you are going to have, it's like, look at this. You see this? I will show you. These oracle cards are calling me again. You see this idea that you are going to have on the 14th of February. This idea that you are going to have on the 14th of February. It's like pretty much so also to do with something that already happened to you on the 14th of January. So this idea that you're going to have on the 14th of February, it's already to do with something that happened to you on the 14th of January, the month previously. So it took 30 days. It took 1 month. And what just fell down? Oh. This is going to bring a peace into your life, because you've been through so much anxiety. You've been through so much, you've been nervous for a while now. So this is going to bring so much peace into your life. Just while you're thinking about it, you're going to be so elevated like there is no tomorrow. But just remember, on the 14th of February, this idea that you're going to have has got a very strong connection with something that happened to you on the 14th of January. Okay, so this is good. This is where things are going to be very, very interesting indeed. But also this particular idea, so this card fell out, so I'm going to take one out now. So this particular idea that you are going to oh my God, look at this. It's going to bring love into your life. It's gonna, on one hand, bring love into your life, positive vibrations, positive feelings, positive energy, but it's also going to connect you closer to those people you love, to those people who love you, but at the same time, it's going to put you so much closer towards those things that you should be giving your precious energy to. And it's also going to give you an instant confidence, that idea on the 14th of February. So I'm not surprised that there are a couple of stages here, because something happened to you on the 14th of January, so you needed exactly 1 month. You needed exactly 1 month in order to go to specific things in your life to get to this stage. This idea that you are going to have, it's literally going to elevate you. It's going to make you feel like this, oh my God, I'm going to be able to do what I want to do in such a long time. Oh, I need this in my life. This is going to help me to express myself. This is going to help me to do what I always wanted to do. And at the same time, that particular idea that you're going to have, it's also like kind of gonna make you feel a little bit indecisive, because now this is going to create just a little bit of a problem, because that particular idea that you're going to have, you're still not going to know exactly how you're going to do this, when you're going to do this, and then you're going to have this moment where you're going to suddenly realize that there is some kind of sacrifice that you're actually going to need to make. But if you don't make this particular sacrifice now, then you're not going to be able to start this progress. And now I repeat again, this is to do with you trusting your intuition, your initial intuition, your initial reflection from a subconscious mind. Then and there, it's going to come to you. But the time is going to be so strange and so clicky, and the energy is going to be bizarre, that now suddenly after that moment in time, there are so many other things that are going to be on your mind. So you must not get lost within all these things that you're suddenly going to kind of start over analyzing. So you need to avoid the stage of the over-analyzation, because that means that you're only going to slow yourself down a little bit. So you need to go with your initial feeling, what is going to happen here, because it's going to be different to that feeling of the actual overthinking, because it's going to show you clearly what has come to an end, what you need to sacrifice, what adjustment you need to make in order to get the process of change, start the process of change. This is going to start the process of rejuvenation. This is going to start the process of your own rebirth, my gorgeous Leone, indeed. And this is how important this is actually going to be. So trust me, you are going to benefit from kind of realizing different perspectives. So first of all, you're going to feel indecisive, and then you're going to realize you're going to realize exactly some kind of a different perspective. It's going to give you differently, it's going to make you aware, it's going to give you the power to see things differently from a different angle. And this is when things are going to start becoming very, very interesting for you indeed, because very shortly you are probably going to have one of the most powerful visions of your life, how you want your life to be, especially in between the 14th of February and the 17th of February. These few days are going to bring you a vision when it comes to your life, when it comes to your future, and you will see so many new aspects that are going to become, that you're going to feel connected to, especially when it comes to your future. But it's important to pay attention what exactly it's making you feel so happy, what exactly is making you feel so excited when you think about this and when you think about your future, because those things are like your, oh my God, a spiritual big mama that you need to kind of like follow almost immediately. So so important, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed. And another thing I was going to recommend you, it's like, oh my God, this is so mind-blowing. This is probably one of the most powerful and most beautiful and most rare crystals I've ever had. The name of this crystal is petersite. It's extremely beautiful. Look at the color, very different, very unique, very powerful. You know, I don't know if you can appreciate it with this light, as I have 3 light bulbs. Only one is working. I just don't even have to bother, and it's wherever I was, wherever I am, because of so much of the actual spiritual activity in my home, wherever I am, you know, it always ends up to 1 light bulb to actually work. So here it's meant to be 3, but it's only 1, because I just gave up. I can't be bothered anymore. As soon as I put all 3 light bulbs, because of so much of the spiritual activity, boom, boom, it just goes, and it's everywhere like that. So I don't bother anymore. And really, it's to do with so much spiritual activity. Wherever I am, there are lots of like spiritual activities, and it does reflect on electricity and things like that. So the reason why am I saying this is because I don't know if you can appreciate the absolutely mind-blowing color of this beautiful petersite. Oh my God, you wear this outside and people literally come to you, it's like, oh my God, what are you wearing? This is amazing, I've never seen anything like it, type of thing. This is because it's a really, really rare, and it's also gorgeous. And the petersite has got the power to, like, you know, pretty much so to protect us from negative energy, but it also has got the power to discharge negative energies and emotional turmoil while cleansing the aura and restoring it to calm. This is very important. On another hand, it makes you like feel really energetic as soon as you wear it. On one hand, it brings you right down when it comes to grounding ourselves. It helps us to stay true to ourselves, but then on another hand, it protects us from all sorts of negativity, but also it makes us feel really energetic when it comes to certain things that we are working on, and it's giving us lots of ideas that we wouldn't normally have as well when we are working on things that we want to progress with, and the ideas that we wouldn't normally even think of. But it also, on another hand, it increases the power of our subconscious mind when it comes to reading the signs. We read the signs from a much kind of more powerful angle. We understand signs where we wouldn't normally even see them, let alone the actual meaning, the hidden meanings of signs. You just like kind of find yourself, it's like, oh my God, yeah, I get this, I get that. You just find yourself being able to connect the power to the actual power of synchronicity and make the sense of it, which can help you in a short term or a long term, especially when it comes to making a really specific decisions. It makes us energy really magnetic and powerful when we are like kind of asking a question, oh my God, when is this going to happen? And something is going to hear you, and the answer comes, you know, at the time when you kind of least expected, indeed. So this gorgeous petersite is extremely rare, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And of course, this comes with a sterling silver chain, and of course, when you're buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. If you cannot find the links, because some people can't find the links within the description below, then you just go on Google and type in Sasha Bonasin crystals, and you will see, or Sasha Bonasin shop, and then you will see my shop will come up that way, and you will see the very first things in the shop are going to be the last 2 pendants that I've actually advertised. The last important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 26th of February. Now the 26th of February, it's like basically what you need to understand is now that something is going to happen completely unexpectedly. Something is really going to happen unexpectedly. Something is really going to blow you away here. This is really going to surprise you, but this is going to be brilliant surprise, and it's going to be with 2 completely different things. Number one, what is really going to blow you away on the 26th of February is that message and information and news that you're going to have. Some kind of problem, like annoying problem, is coming to an end, but it's to do with an ongoing challenge that you didn't even think it's ever going to end. So this is going to blow you blow you away in the best possible way in itself. But then on another hand, an unexpected very much so an unexpected success in your life as well on the 26th of February. So on one hand, some challenges coming to an end, but then on another hand, you are going to become aware of an unexpected success in your life. And I really like this so much, because at the same time, you know, this is gonna make you feel so happy, and you've been so sad about something, you've been so negative about something, because something just hasn't been happening, and this affected you. It was affecting you for way too long, and that now in itself, it's really going to release this huge amount of negative energy, and you're going to be reminded like how sad you were, because there was some kind of blockage that was caused at the same time when it comes to that particular challenge. So you did go through a very, very heavy and very difficult karma in order to get to this stage of your life. You are really going to be reminded, you know, on the 26th of February, everything that you have been through, you know, and it's all going to start making sense, you know, it's all going to start making sense as well. This is like, oh my God. And also on the 26th of February, somebody very close to you, somebody really kind of important to you, whether this is a family member, a friend, or whoever, it's really going to surprise you so pleasantly. My God, you're really going to have a nice and pleasant surprise on the 26th of February by somebody in your life. You're going to like it so much, because that person is going to come up with something, that person is going to do something, that person is going to say something to you. There is some kind of a surprise that you are going to have, and this is something that you love so much, and this is something that, oh, this is going to mean to you so much, because you will know that now you're going to be able to go somewhere and do something, and this is so needed in your life right now. It's so needed, and it's a lot to do with a work-life balance, but it's a lot to do with you taking care of yourself and doing the right thing. It's a lot to do with you understanding that you do need to recharge your batteries every now and then, because that does help you indeed to see things clearly, to understand things you don't understand, and most importantly, to spiritually and mentally recharge yourself as well. Okay, so now my gorgeous Leonie, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationships. You know, it's fantastic for those of you in relationship. Oh, big mama moment, you are reaching a very amazing time. You were worrying something about finances or financial situation, so there is going to be a really good news about what you were worrying about, really good news about your finances, my gorgeous Leonis. But at the same time, this news is going to be so good, because you will both know that you are going to be able to make some kind of step. You will be able to do something that was on your mind very much so strongly for the last 5 months, and you weren't kind of excited or happy because you couldn't do something that you both wanted to do. So this good news about the finances are gonna, this good news is gonna be brilliant, because you will both know that now, oh my God, you need to come up with a plan, with a new plan, how you're gonna do this by the end of February. Something really big, it's about to happen, something really big, it's about to come out of it, and that in itself is going to give you a reason for celebration. The couples, my gorgeous Leonis, you are going to have a big reason for celebration by the end of February, because now you're both going to be able to make a really big step, a really big move. Like, oh my God, this is going to mean so much to both of you. And for those of you, my gorgeous Leonis, who are single and ready to, like, hello my love, those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Leonie, you know, you are really going to eat around the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th and 15th of February. Within these few days, you are going to have a bit of a hermit moment, where you are going to feel like you want to be by yourself. You're going to feel extremely deep. On one hand, this is going to be very special and very specific hermit moment, because you're going to feel like you want to spend the time by yourself. You want to spend the time on your own. You're not going to feel sad or negative, but then suddenly when you kind of like become, you know, when you're by yourself, you're going to be thinking about different things, and you're going to be thinking, your mind is going to go from that from here to here, from here to here. There is so much that is going to be on your mind, and your mind is going to be going like 100 miles per hour. When you're going through this hermit moment, you're going to be in this mind-blowing elevated thinking mode, and that in itself, it's like kind of going to surprise you, like, oh my god, there is so much on my mind. And then first of all, there's going to be so much on your mind, and then you're going to realize, oh my god, I've got so many ideas. Maybe this is why I have to rebalance myself. I have to ground myself. I have to recenter myself. This is how you're going to feel. I'm having so many ideas. This is crazy. At the time when I didn't think I would have these ideas. And some of them are really going to surprise you. But they have been at the back of your subconscious mind for such a long time. And now they're all popping up, you know, like popcorn, like crazy. And that in itself, it's like this hermit mode. So you're going to realize like lots of ideas, like, oh my god, and you're going to feel so excited just by thinking about them. But then at the same time, suddenly, boom, there is going to be like this vision that you are going to have. And this is for those of you that are single, okay? I know I'm talking about these things, but now suddenly you're going to have this vision as well. Suddenly, oh my god, something is going to come to you, like, and you're going to realize, only now I'm ready to let someone into my life. Only now. That's what you're going to realize through this vision. For some reason, you weren't ready. Now you are ready. Okay? And at the same time, the part of this vision, it's also going to be like something is suddenly going to come to you, some kind of place to go to or something to do. You will know exactly what you need to do. You will know. You will know. You will know. Trust me. That's exactly what you're going to need to do. Some kind of place, something is going to be on your mind. And my gorgeous Leonie, go for it. Only now you are ready. Very, very soon, a very, very special person is about to walk into your life. More special than anyone you've ever met before. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.